I also just to tell you about some last minute changes that have happened in English Premier League. I think the big news is that Harry Kane is moving to Bayern Munich. So I think most of the fantasy managers would be now scribbling what to do. And in fact, that's the same with me also because I picked up Harry Kane. I mean, that he's a constant one, averaging 20-25 goals every season. What a what a consistent player, what a great player. Always gives you great point. But unfortunately, I have to make some changes. So I just thought that at the outside, I think it's a good decision in a way that now you can have more balance in your team. You can have more good players. I would say not great players, but more good players in your team, and that's what I've done, and things work out well for me as well. So I'll tell you what changes I have made and what are the players which I have actually now taken in my team. So I've just got rid of Harry Kane and I have actually strengthened my midfield. So I've got Odegaard, I've got Saka, I've got two Arsenal players which I was not having. Remember, I told you in my last video also. It's very important to have Arsenal players right now. Just understand the fixture difficulty rating of Arsenal. Look at the first seven matches. I mean, in all the matches, barring United and depleted Tottenham, I would say depleted obviously with Harry Kane moving, it's a big void to fill. So just see the fixtures, and you can probably back Arsenal to win a lot of games, and they've strengthened also. And I believe this is one thing which you need to do, just ensure that have good Arsenal players in your team, and that's what I have also done. I've just ensured that I get Odegaard and I get Saka in my team also because of the redistribution of the money for Harry Kane. I had Harry Kane of 12.5. I've got Edward. With all due respect, there is a big difference in the quality, but there is a 7 million pound which is there which you can use for the distribution. I've done it for Odegaard and Saka. I've got Rashford also, and this is a reject which you can say sort of. I've got Brownhill, although I'm not so sure if uh, you know Brownhill would be a great option because I was wondering if I can have some of the players of Fulham as well because Andreas I saw there's a knock which is there, but see here last season he got 4 goals, he scored 4 goals, 10 assists, which was a great return for somebody in uh, in the shirt. So this one change I can still make in case if he stays fit. Although Mitoma at 6.5 is also a super option if you want to have it. But again, if you want to play it safe, I would just have Andreas replacing Josh Brownhill. But again, I'm down to minus zero point 0.5, so I may need to again make some changes and to find somebody somewhere I can fund money. I've also got Rashford. Obviously, Rashford is a world class player. Manchester United again very optimistic of their chances this time because of some players which they've got. They look a very stable unit, even though they had a very, I would say, poor preseason. But it doesn't matter if players. The whole idea of that preseason is to see how players are, back in shape and all. That's a good thing. Plus, I've got Reece James also in my team now because Reece James has been announced as captain of Chelsea, and I think he is going to play all the games. And see, he's a player who is going to give you a lot of assists, also a lot of goal scoring opportunity he creates. And I think before his injury, if you see Reece James stats, you would understand what I'm talking about. Last season, 5 goals, 9 assists in a curtailed season wherein he played 1800 minutes. It could have been more if he would have played well. I mean, I'm talking 21-22. 2023 was a curtailed one, and I think he had some issues also with the team. And also, all said, I think this is a very good price getting Reece James, and I'm really hopeful. Not as a Liverpool fan, I hope he doesn't do well in the first game week, but for your whole season, I think Reece James is a phenomenal pick. So I feel my defense is still it's a work in progress. Uh, I don't know my defense. I've got Pickford. Everton, obviously leaky defense, but Sean Dyche maybe fix that. He might fix that. Uh, James is a decent option. I've got some players again. Tyron Mings I've got from Aston Villa. I've got Roberts from Burnley. Obviously, first game is going to be tough. Doughty from Hull. So, my defense is kind of shaky, but I'm happy with my midfield: Odegaard, Saka, Brownhill, Salah, and Rashford. I might still look to balance it out, get some a stable defender in the team. But let's see how it goes. It's a gamble because forward Rodriguez is also 34 years old. I don't know how many matches going to start, but seeing what he has done in the past and how much faith uh, Burnley has in him, and company would definitely ensure that he starts most of the game. So these are a couple of calls. These are tough calls which I'm willing to take, and let's hope that it works out well. So that's about my team right now, and my basic advice to you is to ensure that just see the fixture difficulty ratio and don't only pick team for the first game week. It's an ongoing process, and I hope that you are able to do well, and probably you start well. Even if you start poorly, don't worry about it. I think you would get a lot of suggestions from what I would be doing, and I've been lucky enough to actually do well over the course of years because of I've not tinkered a lot with my teams. I just thought to keep my core very strong, and I think this is a team which has a very strong core. So thank you so much. Thank you for listening. And I just thought that what redistribution you can do when you have to now select a replacement for Harry Kane. This is what I've done, and I hope that you also do that pretty well when you pick up your team. So all the best and have a great game week one.